Hello everyone, welcome back to the next experiment of Electronic Devices and Instrumentation Laboratory. In today's session, the aim of our experiment is SCR controlled off wave rectifier and full wave rectifier using RC triggering circuit. First we will know that what is triggering circuit. As we know that SCR has two stable states, forward blocking state and the forward conduction state. The SCR is switching from forward blocking state to forward conduction state is nothing but turning on methods of SCR. It is also called as off state to on state. There are various methods of turning on the SCR. Let us know. First one is forward voltage method. Second one is temperature method. Temperature triggering. Third one is dV by dt triggering. Fourth one is light triggering. Fifth one is gate triggering. Among all the five methods, gate triggering is the efficient and reliable method to turn on the SCR. In the gate triggering, there are three types: DC triggering, AC triggering, pulse triggering. In DC triggering, the disadvantage is the power and control circuit are not in the isolation form. Therefore, we are preferred to AC triggering, but here also some disadvantages are there. The cost will be high. Therefore, because of these disadvantages, we are going to prefer the pulse triggering. Pulse triggering is nothing but a positive voltage is applied between the gate and the cathode. In the pulse triggering, again we are having three types. Three types of circuit we are going to use. In that, in your syllabus you are having R triggering circuit, RC triggering circuit and UJT triggering circuit. In your experiment, you are having the RC triggering circuit. Now, we will go to the RC triggering circuit by using the off wave and full wave rectifier. Yes, this is our SCR controlled off wave rectifier using RC triggering circuit. So, here we are using only the off wave rectifier. So, in this circuit, the thyristor which is connected, this is the anode, cathode and the gate terminal. So, and this is the R and C, because you are using RC triggering circuit means this is the RC triggering circuit, R is the resistance and C is the capacitance. And the diode D1 and D2 also it has connected. Why we are using diode D1? The diode D1 which ensures that there is no negative pulse which is going to apply to the gate of the SCR. Gate is always positive pulse with respect to cathode. That means positive voltage with respect to cathode. And the next is the R, why you are using the variable resistance R which limits the current through the gate of the SCR. The diode D2 which helps to charge the capacitor through resistance R. Now, you are applying the negative off cycle, the capacitance starts charging with the help of diode D2 and the charging time which depends on this resistance R. The time of the charging period which is you can adjust with this variable resistance. The output you are going to measure across the load. Now we are applying the input voltage here. It is a AC supply. Now the waveform you can measure at the input voltage you are having like this. So the input is Vs here, you are applying, this is the 360 degree and this point is 180 degree. So it is a half wave rectifier, you are getting the output at the test only with the rectifier output will be always only for the positive off cycle only. The negative off cycle you won't be getting any output. Only positive of the off cycle you are getting the output. Now you have to measure the output voltage. Where you will measure the output voltage you are measuring across the load. So it will be displaying within the positive off cycle only because it is a half wave rectifier. So in the SCR there is the firing angle is there. What do you mean by firing angle? It is the angle measured to turn on the SCR. That means the firing angle is measured at that instant when the SCR is in the forward biased to the instant when the gate triggering pulse is applied. So now when it should be in the forward bias, when the gate is triggered, so the angle is like that. This is the alpha you are having, the alpha is nothing but the firing angle. So the shape of the output waveform is almost same like input waveform. So now in the negative off cycle definitely you won't be getting any output. In the positive off cycle again the firing angle will be there like this, then it starts the output waveform. That means when the firing angle is smaller, the maximum power transferred to the load. This waveform you are going to observe in the CRO. In the CRO, first you have to adjust the input waveform. This is your input waveform, this is the Vs you are having. First you have to count down. So how many divisions are there in your CRO? See, in this you are having, suppose 10 divisions are there. You are having the 5 division for first 90 degree and the 5 divisions for next 10 divisions are there in your positive off cycle and 10 divisions are there in your negative off cycle. So then total one complete off cycle which consists of 0 to 360 degree. In the 0 to 360 degree complete waveform you will be having 10 divisions for 180 degree and rest of the 10 divisions for negative off cycle. That means total 20 divisions are there from 0 to 360 degree. Now you have to measure each division is how much is the angle. So 20 divisions are there for 360 degree and for one division how much is the angle. So definitely 360 into 1 divided by 20 is equal to, you will be having one division will be the 18 degree. Suppose if you are having 5 divisions for one off cycle and 5 divisions for the negative off cycle, then total suppose if you are having 10 divisions, then how much is the each one division you have to measure. So then we will be having 36 degree. 360 divided by 10 is equal to 36 degree. You have to adjust your input waveform in the CRO so that how many divisions are there, that you have to calculate first. After that each division you have to measure how much is your angle. So like that when you are observing, when you are observing the output voltage So then definitely the firing angle which starts from this point to this point. So the total division, suppose it is 5, then it starts at 2 division, second division when it starts, then the firing angle is 2 division. So 2 divisions means 1 division how much degree you are having? 36 degree. So for 2 divisions means how much degree you will be having? 72. So that means second division you will be having 72 degree. So the firing angle will be 72 degree. So in that way you have to observe the reading in the CRO. I hope this you have understood the half wave rectifier. Now we will go with the full wave rectifier circuit using RC triggering. This is the SCR controlled full wave rectifier using RC triggering circuit. In the full wave rectifier means you are having the bridge circuit here. In the bridge circuit 4 diodes are there connected as a bridge, and the input supply is connected at one end of the diode bridge and the other end of the diode bridge. So in this way you will be getting full wave, and that means both the half cycle you are getting the power. So the load is connected across this point, and the SCR which is connected, this is the anode and cathode, and this is the gate terminal. At the gate terminal the RC triggering circuit is there. Now as the input supply you are getting like this. This is the Vs, and 0 to 360 degree you are having. Full wave means you are getting both the off cycle, you will be getting the output. So the firing angle, how you are going to measure at the output, that means across load you have to measure the firing angle. It is the angle that it's turned on the SCR. So this is the positive off cycle, the shape of the output will be same. In the negative off cycle also you are getting the power. How much is the angle that you have to going to measure? This is the alpha you are having for the positive off cycle, this is the negative off cycle alpha. At the same thing you will be getting the positive off cycle, so you will be getting the output. That means you are getting maximum power across the load. The same thing you have to observe. This is across the output across the load, and you have to measure thyristor output. So thyristor output means thyristor output, how you are going to measure? Thyristor output, thyristor voltage, how you are going to measure? This is the positive off cycle you are having, this is the negative, and this is the positive. So you will be getting, when you are having the reverse, so that means now you are going to, it is turn off, next it will be again on, off. So this is the thyristor output voltage. So in this waveform you have to measure in the CRO. This is the output you have to measure, this output you have to measure across the load, and this output you have to measure across the thyristor. Now you have to measure input and output voltage across CRO. This is the input voltage you are having, this is the sine wave, input supply, what you are going to apply in this point. See, this is from this point to this point you are having 360 degree, and this point you are having 180 degree output. So this is the 90 and this is the 180 and this is the 360. In your CRO there are divisions are there. So like the divisions are there. Your waveform which comes under this division. So the one complete half cycle which covers how many divisions, that you have to observe. Suppose in our waveform I will consider that there are 20 divisions are there. That means up to here half cycle you will be having 10 divisions, and rest of the half cycle you will be having other 10 divisions. So total 20 divisions are there. So each division is how much is the angle, how much is the degree. So the total one half cycle you will be having 20 division for 360 degree. For one division, how much is the angle? So then you will be getting 18 degree. One division is equal to 18 degree. Suppose your firing angle now, which starts from this point. You think that your firing angle which starts from this point. This is the 1, 2, third division it has started, and this is your output. So now this is the third division, it has started and it has ended up to 180 degree. So 3 divisions you got, this is your alpha. So now 3 divisions, how much? 18 into 3 is equal to 54 degree. So that means your firing angle is 54 degree. I hope now you have understood the concept of half wave and full wave rectifier. We will go to the lab experiment, how the connection has to be done, how the circuit is working, how you can find it out the firing angle of an SCR in half wave and full wave rectifier mode.
Welcome back to the half wave RC triggering circuit. This is the circuit you are having in this experiment. The AC supply you are having, it is connected to one end of the load. The other end of the load, which has to be connected to the variable resistance R, cathode of the diode D1 and the anode of the SCR. Note down, the 4 points should connect together. Anode of the SCR, cathode of diode D1, variable resistance R and the load end. Other side, you have to connect supply voltage, other end, capacitor one other end and the cathode. These 3 points should connect together. You have to verify this thing. And R and C, which is not yet connected internally in the kit, therefore you have to connect externally. The diode D1 anode side, which is connected to the RC part, but it has internally which is connected in the kit. You need not to connect. And this part also which is connected in the kit, only these 4 points and these 3 points you have to connect, and RC point you have to connect. And the CRO observation across the load. The positive point you keep it here and the negative point you keep it here, and you have to observe the waveform across the load.
This is the kit you are having, RC half wave and full wave firing circuit. This is the load resistance, means the load you are connecting here as a resistance. Now we will start the connection. This is the AC supply. The AC supply one end you have to connect it to the load one end. The anode of the SCR which has to be connected to the load other end. The variable resistance you should connect to the anode of the SCR. The same point, I have told you 3 points should come together. So the same point it has connected to the cathode of the diode D2. So anode which is connected internally, see here, and the gate terminal also which is internally connected to D1. RC circuit which is not internally connected, you have to connect externally. Now you have to concentrate towards to the ground terminal. So the ground which has connected, see, AC supply ground to the cathode of the SCR, capacitor side ground which has connected internally. Now you have to connect the CRO probes, CRO one end to the load one end, and the CRO other end which has to be connected to the load other end. That black and red, which both are CRO probes. This is the circuit we have connected. It is very easy and simple. You can also connect.
So this is your circuit. So first we have to connect mains to the AC. This is the mains card of this kit, and we have connected to AC. Then you switch on this power button. So you will get wave, half wave. So this is across load. So what we are getting is the conduction angle. So as I increase the resistor value, I will notify that beta is reducing. Okay. Now I will show how to calculate firing angle and beta from this wave. Okay. This is your half wave. Okay. Consider this as a 180 degree. This full wave is 360 degree. So from here to here, first you keep this resistance in minimum position, and you will get maximum voltage across the load. So from here to here, it is 180 degree. So you count down the subdivisions from the CRO. So it is almost equal to 8 subdivisions. 8 subdivision is equal to 180 degree. So for each subdivision 22.5 degree. So you will get one subdivision as a 22.5 degree. So now I will increase R. See here, the beta is reducing. Okay. So now we will calculate the beta value. So as we calculated, each subdivision is equal to 22.5 degree. Now it is 5 subdivisions. Okay, 5 subdivisions into 22.5 is equal to 112 degree. So this is your beta conduction angle, that is 112 degree. 180 minus beta is equal to your alpha, that is nothing but 180 minus 112, that is 67 degree. So 67 degree is your alpha and 112 degree is your beta. So alpha plus beta is equal to 180 degree. So this is how to calculate the degree from the waveform.
Now we'll go with the full wave firing circuit. How we can do the corrections? See, this is the bridge circuit you are having. The bridge circuit AC input part, which is displaying here, that you have to connect it to the AC supply. Now other end of the ground you have to connect to the AC input, and 2 points are remaining. That point it has to connect to the load which has connected to that point. So the load other end it has to connect it to the anode of the SCR. Now the ground point you have to short to the ground point itself, the ground which is directly connected to the ground terminal. This is the connection, and rest of the circuit is same as it is half wave rectifier. The waveform calculations also which belongs to same thing. This is your full wave output. Note down here. So in the negative off cycles also you are getting the output, the power transferred to the load, and if you are varying the resistance value, the firing angle is going to vary. So if the resistance is going to vary, so then also the firing angle is going to vary. Look at this. You have to note down the multimeter value, the multimeter which is connected across the load because you have to note down the voltage. You have to note down the voltage for different firing angles. You have to vary the firing angle at one point. So respective point you have to note down the voltage. Again vary the firing angle, note down the voltage. Make a table and for one column for firing angle how much you are getting and for the respective voltage across the load. I hope you have understood. You have to do this connection for both the off wave and full wave rectifier, and you have to note down the voltage across firing angle for both the circuits. Thank you.